James Cameron has acknowledged that his motivation for the eagerly anticipated Avatar sequel was because of personal issues, but he might have gone a bit too far in revealing his personal matters to fans. The director revealed that he had made many mistakes in his career and personal life, all because of a deadly toxin called testosterone. Keep watching to find out how the internet reacted. Starting off with, James Cameron calls testosterone a toxin. On Sunday, the word testosterone trended on Twitter, and that's not because the hormone paid Elon Musk and Twitter $8 to get a verified account with a blue checkmark. Instead, what filmmaker James Cameron told Rebecca Keegan in an interview for The Hollywood Reporter is likely what caused this phrase to become popular. He had stated there that he had once been a wild, testosterone-poisoned young man, and that testosterone was a toxin that he had to gently work out of his system. The director's ideology on testosterone seemed to rub quite a lot of people the wrong way, and it seemed like he upset many men. Many of those were reportedly ardent supporters of the hormone, resulting in some over-the-top alpha manly man and war on men type reactions. Regardless, Cameron's remarks did appear to show a basic ignorance of the hormone's biology and function. Why was Cameron even talking about testosterone in the first place when he is neither a doctor nor a scientist of any kind? Well, Cameron was recounting the incident in which he and Fox officials argued about the budgets for Titanic and Avatar, two of the blockbuster movies he had directed, and got into ugly, curse-filled arguments. Keegan quoted Cameron as he admitted that a lot of the things he did he would never do again career-wise, and these bad decisions were all made as he was a wild, testosterone-ridden young adult. The director said he viewed testosterone as something everyone should try working out of their systems. Moving on to Elon Musk's legendary response. These tweets appeared to trigger a reaction from a number of users. There was, of course, Elon Musk, who replied to the tweet regarding what Cameron had stated and said that testosterone rocks, NGL. Musk likely wasn't referring to testicles, which are frequently referred to as stones or rocks, and create testosterone, when he said testosterone rocks in his response. He most likely meant that testosterone, also referred to as T, is important. Musk used the abbreviation NGL, which stands for not gonna lie. It's good to know that Musk has a lot of experience with testosterone for some reason. Clearly, Musk's remark upset a lot of other fans. Additionally, various tweets claimed that Cameron's remarks provided additional proof of the war on males and that the government wants men to be ill and depressed. The internet's ability to conjure an entire conspiracy theory out of thin air never ceases to impress us. Indeed, some of these tweeters might want to get off their high horses. It can be challenging to support the premise that labeling testosterone as a poison demonstrates a war against men. Coming up, did Cameron need to say that on live TV? For this testosterone-driven drama, Cameron should hire a new casting director. The fact of the matter is that you can't claim that your testosterone ate your assignments or was to blame for anything else you did that wasn't right. For ranting at people, picking fights, and becoming drunk, you can't necessarily blame the hormone as it isn't a rabid dog. It can be quite simple to say that my testosterone made me do it, but this is an ill-informed and blanket argument. When you act excessively violent or inappropriately, other factors, including your personality, prejudices, and judgment, should be blamed first, as you need to take responsibility to overcome your flaws. Testosterone is natural, and everyone has it in their bodies, so it can't be toxic. You can't just sip it from a bottle or even quit doing it. Regardless of whether you are a male or a female, you need testosterone. You cannot simply slowly work it out of your system. Your genitalia is supposed to develop with the aid of testosterone. Therefore, if you own these and enjoy these body parts, you may thank testosterone for all the fun you've had. During adolescence, this sex hormone can also deepen your voice, so you don't constantly sound like your voice is cracking horribly at every word. Other effects include increased bone and muscular strength and muscle size and strength. You should give the T credit for developing your hair in various regions of your body. The hormone testosterone is crucial for sperm creation because it helps in creating the right amount of sperm needed for a healthy and fertile person. Testosterone is also responsible for stimulating your libido. More on how testosterone actually works. The pituitary gland normally instructs the testes when to release testosterone. Of course, the synthesis of testosterone is quite tricky and complicated. You want just the perfect quantity rather than too little or too much. Your brain can monitor your testosterone levels through feedback loops and tell the pituitary to either start producing more hormones or limit the amount in your body. Remember that your ovaries and adrenal glands can both create testosterone if you don't have testicles. Because women also need testosterone, it's wrong for men to assume that women can't understand what it's like to have testosterone. In actuality, women's hormonal balance includes the ratios of testosterone, estrogen, and other hormones, and this all helps to control ovarian function. Testosterone can also have an impact on bone density, sexual behavior, and mental processes, like mood and cognition. Again, regardless of your sex, the important thing is to have the right balance of different hormone levels. Indeed, testosterone is not the same same as avocados. It is not always better to have more of it. It's important to have the right levels for you, and figuring out what levels are appropriate for you can be the most challenging part. One person's response might not be suitable for another. It's even harder to estimate since testosterone levels should change throughout the course of the day. Next up, what happens if testosterone is higher than normal? Despite the fact that testosterone is natural, some levels are always too high. This usually results from using anabolic steroids or testosterone-boosting medications. However, if you believe that having too much testosterone will make you more macho and endowed with large balls, you should really reconsider. Your testicles are actually at a risk to get even smaller. A decline in sperm count is another possibility, and this could result in impotence issues. The next time you are in a gym and the person lifting weights next to you mentions that he has been taking the T, stop and consider that. And not just that, if you're a teenager, having excessive testosterone levels can potentially slow your growth. There are also a number of other disorders that could develop, including liver and heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, fluid retention, weight gain, blood clots, acne, sleep disorders, migraines, and prostate enlargement, which could cause urinary problems. Except for the prostate issue, many of these can affect women as well. And certainly, having too much testosterone can cause psychosis, violent behavior, mood changes, and impaired judgment. But just because you exhibit such behavioral problems naturally, it does not automatically entitle you to blame them on high T. Let's talk more on an entirely incorrect viewpoint. Cameron recommended getting rid of any excess testosterone. So exactly how should we accomplish that? Your genitalia does not function like a faucet where turning a few knobs can release the spout and let your testosterone pour out onto the ground. Yes, your testosterone levels may drop over time as you age, and these levels may decrease from the high levels of your teen and early adult years by 1% to 2% annually. Again though, declining testosterone levels with aging are rarely the only factor in a change in behavior. For example, when you gain experience, you may realize how foolish and impulsive you may have been when you were younger. However, many older guys still behave like teenagers, and this is frequently not related to T levels. In the end, portraying testosterone as some sort of poison is simply incorrect. Regardless of whether you are a man or a woman, you need testosterone. You can't just spend the rest of your life blaming your actions and habits on testosterone. Men shouldn't be able to get away with things after blaming the consequences of their actions on their testosterone. And someone in a position like James Cameron should be especially careful about trying to tackle this problem. So it seems like a titanic error to call the hormone a toxin, and is very reductive of the true nature of his own personal mistakes. Next, Avatar: The Way of Water's Rotten Tomatoes review revealed. Following the publication of the initial reviews, the Rotten Tomatoes rating for Avatar: The Way of Water was made public. Digital Spy is one of the media outlets that has seen the movie, and while we thought it was a visual marvel, everyone has been disappointed by the character's lack of depth. DS Movies editor Ian Stanwell writes, "As amazing as the graphics are, your tolerance of the meandering second act will depend on how much you adore being in that universe." As Cameron focuses on an emotional response, as in a difficult-to-watch hunting sequence that doubles down on the environmental concerns of the first movie, the plot is weak. Now that other reviews have started to come in, the movie's standing on Rotten Tomatoes is 83%, with the majority agreeing with our assessment. The original Avatar ranks at 82% in comparison. Finishing off with some reviews. The playlist noted that this goes beyond just being information you ingest. You physically embody Avatar: The Way of Water for 3 breathtaking hours. We came here specifically in search of magic. Avatar: The Way of Water is a cutting-edge production that, according to CNN, is a must-see for anyone who has any interest in continuing to see movies in theaters. James Cameron has done it once again. According to Total Film, it was a sometimes strange, always breathtaking sensory hit with a thematic undercurrent of satisfying earnestness, an overflow of ambition, and an undertow of soft feeling. That's a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching. Do you agree with Cameron? And how far should men go to terminate testosterone from their system? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!